Today, I'm here with a very interesting video. At least for me, it's very interesting. I hope it captures your attention too. You know what this is about? This and this. This video is all about books. These are not the only books that I have read. I am for the past 3 years, 3.5, 4 years, I am in this, journey of creating a library for myself. That too, library with the books that I've read compulsorily. I never keep a book in my library that I've not read. If I've not read, I have shelves divided. There is an unread shelf, there is a read library. That's what I call a library. So now getting back to the points. I want to show you a list of very useful books that I've read. Me as a teacher or as a normal human being, I make it a point not to go only with one genre of book. I've read the fictions of Dan Brown, to Chetan Bhagat's stories, to Amish Tripathi's trilogies, and self-help books, books on psychology, and books on education, all the fields, and Tamil literature, French literature. So I've touched all these things, and I will also continue to do this habit of reading, like how I hear Praveen sir saying the bug of entrepreneurship bit him 10 years ago. I would say when I was in my 7th standard, 2007, exactly, that was the time when this bug called book bit me. I'll have to very truthfully accept, ever since childhood, my mother was a person who bought lots of books for me. My grandmother also was the same. She bought me encyclopedias. I'll show you one book, just a minute. I want to show this book compulsorily. I shall put an image of that book. That is where I've kept my phone on to balance, so I'm just not able to show. I even have a book on HR and management skills. So why I'm telling this is I read books on a wide arena, a wide range of books that I read. So today I'm here to show you a list of books, because a bomb bursts once, but a book bursts every time you read it. You read it the third time, you read it the fourth time, it keeps giving you extraordinary ideas. One day I shall give you a virtual trip through my library as well, but for now, the first book is Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goldman. This was his PhD thesis, his study based on for the past 25 years, and this brainchild was written. An extraordinary book. This is taking me a lot of time to read. I have not completed this book. I'm in the process. It's taking me a lot of time to understand, to apply, to go through it. Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goldman. Design Your Day. This book is a very simple, neat yet practical book, written by Claire Diaz Ortiz. This is the book that I read and I've been applying. It's like these self-help books, I read every single topic, I try applying it. If I can't apply it, I skip that topic, go to the next topic. And I read self-help books because it has to help me, not for the sake of reading. Okay, no more regrets. This is my mantra. I love this book. I've fallen in total love with this book. Every single topic in this book is super practical. Written by Mark Muchnick. I've been doing book synopsis on this lately. Every topic which I read, which I love the most, I've been giving as a synopsis. So this is the one. Next is Robin Sharma, My Love, The Greatest Guide, written by Robin Sharma. Actually, I bought this years ago, but I found this in my unread shelf only a few days back, and I'm reading this, in the verge of finishing it now. This, love it. I love it. I bought this 7 years back, and I read it then. I read it again, and then again, and then again. I read it almost 5 times by now in these 7 years. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This is the guide to survive the opposite gender. Written by John Gray, amazing writer. He's a psychologist, by the way. Kiss That Frog by Brian Tracy and Christina Tracy. Both of them father-daughter. Kiss That Frog is all about something that you'll have to do with negativity. When I was coping up with a lot on negativity and disappointment and this book helped me through it. Kissing the Frog. This Lakshmikant is famous for this. Think and Grow Rich. He has given the entire book synopsis. Think and Grow Rich. I was going to do it, but then he started, so I stopped doing it. I think that person was more knowledgeable than I was. I am reading this too. See, I have this strategy. When I read a book, I don't read only one book until I finish it. This being a self-help book, all the books that I'm showing you, this book, these two books are based on psychology, emotional intelligence, and this is based on psychology, and all these are based on self-help. Yeah, so I try to apply this in my everyday, so I take time to read. So I don't read only one book at a time to finish it. I read 3 to 4 books at a time. It's like when you want a break, you watch a movie or TV for some time, something like that. These are like my teachers. When I get too much worked up with these, when I get occupied, I go in for books like these. These books, I am in love with these books. I am a die-hard fan of Dan Brown. And the same way, if you keep me on a weighing machine, Dan Brown, very high, and then so does Amish Tripathi. I have all the books of Amish Tripathi and Dan Brown's. Read every single book. So, this time, recently released book on Amish Tripathi, and his sister Bhavna Roy wrote this book called Dharma. I bought it, almost finished, going to finish it. An extraordinary book which talks about Dharma and Swadharma and all these things. An amazing book. Amazing book. I'm reading this. So when I'm reading this and these, this is based on more on religion and caste and customs and all these things. Not just religion, but it also has to do with spirituality and your inner self. So again, another work that I'm doing is this. And 2 new beauties. See, all the time you don't have to be a very intellectual person to keep reading self-help books and books on psychology and biographies and autobiographies and all this. You can also have a happy gala time, read stories, read fiction story books. I gifted myself with these 2 just today, and I'm going with this one first because this man is a very hooking man. Actually, very interesting Chetan Bhagat is, but there is no takeaway from the story. But it's like watching a 3-hour Salman Khan movie, nothing much to take back, but then very happy 3 hours time, more like that. And Preeti Shenoy, my favorite Indian female author. Arundhati Rai has a lot to take back, too much of brain to apply, even though her stories are fictitious. But still, this woman, very emotionally bonding stories from Preeti Shenoy. Almost all the books I've read, even though I make it a point, even if I read a book online as an ebook through Kindle, I make it a point that after I read it, I buy that book and I store it in my library, because for the past, from 2013, I believe, this has been my ambition. Read books, create a big library, because when I die, like how Robin Sharma says, the biggest gift that I leave back to my next generation should be the books that I've read, because there is nothing else more better than the richness of knowledge that I leave behind. I hope this helps. Try reading the books if you've not read. Please put in your comments on the books that you've read and you would like to read. Let's talk about it more. Until next video, thank you so much.